Hello students, in today's lecture we are discuss about some definition of an basis, then dimension of an vector space and some examples which are based on the basis. So first of all we go through the definition of an basis. So definition is, let V be a vector space over a field F. A subset S of V is called a basis if first S is linearly independent and second S spans V. So what is the definition of an basis? If we have given any vector space V over the field F, then the subset S of V is said to be an basis. So first condition is S is linearly independent. We know that the definition of an linearly independent, what is stands for the linearly independent. If we have given some set of the vectors and we consider the linear combination of this vector, then all lambda scalar should be 0. This is a condition for the linearly independent set. Okay, so the given set should be a linearly independent set, and the second S spans V. That is, S is a generating set for the vector space V. Okay, so any vector of the vector space V can be written in the linear combination of the vectors of a set S. So that set S is said to be an basis of that vector space. Then next is a dimension of an vector space. So what is the dimension? Let V be a finitely generated vector space over F. The number of elements in a basis of V is called as a dimension of V. So if we have given any vector space, then find out the basis of that vector space, and the number of elements in that basis is said to be a dimension of a vector space, and it is denoted by this notation bracket V over F, or dimension of V over F, or dimension of an V. This is a notation for the dimension of the vector space. Now the next example, if dimension of V is equal to n, then V is said to be an n dimension. If we have given any vector space V and its dimension is n, then this vector space V is said to be an n dimensional. Then second example, let V is equal to Fn over F. We know that this stands for the n tuple A1. This set it looks like that, A1, A2, it is an n tuple A1, A2 up to An, such that these AIs are belongs to field F. Whichever field you have given, like an set of real number, set of irrational number, or set of complex number, these AI belongs to field F. So the basis of that vector space, what is an basis? Suppose consider B is equal to, this is an list of this form E1, E2 up to so on En, such that Ei is equal to the elements of this form. This is an n tuple 0, 0, 0 up to 1, 0, 0, where at the ith position there should be 1. Here the suffix is I. Okay, so at the ith position consider the element as an 1 and the other elements must be 0. Okay, so look at here, E1 is equal to, so what is here, suffix is 1, therefore at the first position consider as an 1 and the other elements must be an 0. Therefore E1 is equal to, this is an n tuple 1, 0, 0, 0, which consisting of an n element. Then E2 here suffix is 2, therefore at the second position the element must be 1 and the other are the 0. So E2 is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0 up to so on En is equal to, this is an n tuple, at the n position should be 1 and the other must be 0. Therefore it is 0, 0, 0 up to 1. Okay, so these are the basis elements of this vector space Fn over F, which consisting of how many elements? Total number of n elements. This is E1 is first element, E2 is second element, up to so on. How many elements? En is the nth element, which is therefore the basis is consisting of these n elements. Therefore basis of V equal to Fn consisting of an n element. So dimension of Fn over F is equal to n. Okay, so dimension of the any vector space Fn over the any field, set of real number, set of complex number, or the any field should be is equal to n. Okay, for F is equal to R. Now consider the general example. Suppose if we consider F as a field is equal to R, so dimension of an Rn. So the dimension of an Rn is equal to n. We know that the elements of Rn looks like it is also an order n tuple like that, A1, A2 up to An, where Ai belongs to field. Okay, so the dimension of an Rn is also equal to n with the standard basis. Which is the standard basis? its basis is 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 up to so on 0 0 0 1. This is consisting of total n elements. Therefore, dimension of the Rn is equal to n. Okay, so these are some examples of the basis. Now, the next example is, let V is equal to R2. Suppose consider the vector space as an R2 and B is equal to, we have given it consisting of two elements, order pair 1 0 and 0 1. Then show that B is the basis. Then we have to show that this is subset is said to be an basis of the vector space R2. So the solution, first we have to show that B is linearly independent. We know that the conditions of an linearly, we know the conditions for showing the basis. First of all, we have to show that this set is linearly independent, and second we have to show that this set should be spans V. Okay, so first of all we have to show that this set is linearly independent. What to show a set, we have to show that the basis, we have to show that this set B is equal to order pair 1 0 0 1. This is an linearly, this is an basis for the vector space V is equal to R2. Then we have to show that, first of all we have to show that this set should be linearly independent. So what is an condition for the linearly independent? Multiply these vectors by some scalars and put it equal to 0. Then we have to show that these scalars alpha 1 and alpha 2 must be 0. Then consider the condition, alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 is equal to 0, where v1 and v2 are this. This is the first element v1 and this is the second element which is a v2. Okay, so consider alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 is equal to 0. Then put the values of n v1 and v2. Therefore, alpha 1 into v1, v1 is what? 1 0. Alpha 1 into 1 0 plus alpha 2. Value of n v2 is 0 1, which is equal to 0. Therefore, by using this, what are the equations? This is implies multiplied by alpha 1 to this. The first must be alpha 1 0 plus the second is 0 alpha 2, which is equal to 0. Okay, then add both order tuples. This is implies first pair is alpha 1 plus 0. Okay, this alpha 1 plus 0 and the second element must be 0 plus alpha 2, which is equal to 0. Okay, therefore which is equal to 0. This implies when the order tuple must be order pair must be 0 whenever alpha 1 is equal to 0 and alpha 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, by using this condition, we must have alpha 1 is equal to 0 and alpha 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, as both the scalars are 0, implies B is linearly independent. Okay. Therefore, the B is linearly independent. Now, in the second, for showing basis, we have to show that B spans V. B spans V means what? Every vector of the vector space V should be expressed in the linear combination of the elements of basis B. Okay, so first of all, take any arbitrary element of the vector space V. Here the vector space V is R2. So the elements of an R2 are the order pair. Consider the any arbitrary order pair, suppose x1. Okay, and let P is equal to order pair x1. Consider V is equal to order pair x1. Then we have to show that this order pair must be a linear combination of these basis elements. Here the basis elements are 1 0 and 0 1. Therefore, consider V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2, where we know that V1 is 1 0 and V2 is 0 1. Then put the values of V, V1 and V2. We know that V is put here. The value is order pair x1 is equal to C1 into value of V1 is 1 0 plus C2 into value of and V2 is 0 1. Therefore, in the next step, the order pair xy should be as it is equal to, then multiply, take a addition of these both order pairs, which is equal to, what is this? First of all, multiplied by C1 inside the bracket, this is C1 and 0, 0 plus in second bracket multiplied by C2, this C2 into 0, it must be 0 and the C2. Then take addition of this both, addition of this both is C1 plus 0, this is C1 and 0 plus C2, this is C2. Therefore, we have order pair x1 is equal to order pair C1 and C2. Then equating both, as this both are equating, therefore from this we have C1 is equal to x and C2 is equal to 1. Now, by using this condition we get C1 is equal to x, C2 is equal to y. Then put the values of C1 and C2 in the equation first. What is an equation first? V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2. As we put the values of this, we get V is equal to C1 is X, XV1 plus C2. What is the value of C2 is 1, XV1 plus Y into C2. This is from the equation first. Now, therefore, V is equal to X into what is the value of V1? V1 is 10 plus Y into V2, what is the value of V2? This is an 0, 1. Therefore, here the every vector, therefore, there is a vector, any arbitrary vector order where xy belongs to R2 can be expressed in the linear combination of this, vector. As by using this, we have order pair xy, as we know that V is equal to order pair xy is equal to, it can be written in the form of x into 10 plus 1 into 1. Here, look at here, if we multiplied x2 inside the bracket, it becomes x0 plus 1. Then take addition of this both, it becomes x1. Okay. Therefore, this order tuple can be expressed in the linear combination of these vectors 1, 0 and 0, 1, which are nothing but the vectors of this set given here, which are the vectors of this set given. Okay. So, by using this, every non-zero vector xy of an R2 can be expressed as a linear combination of this basis vector, implies this forms B spans R2. Okay, by using this fact, B spans R2, therefore the given set is linearly independent, also given set spans R2, therefore which fulfills the properties of an basis. Therefore B forms an basis of V is equal to R2 and it is standard basis of an R2. Therefore the set can form an basis of an R2 and this is said to be an standard basis of an R2, and which are nothing but the standard basis of an R2. Similarly, we show that standard basis of R3 is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. Therefore, by using this, also we can show that standard basis of R3 is this, which consisting of an 3 elements, and like this 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. And what is the standard basis of an R4? And standard basis of R4 is nothing but, what is this? 1 0 0 0, then 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0, and lastly, what is this? And the last element should be 0 0 0 and the 1. Okay. Therefore, these are the standard basis of an R4. Therefore, by using likewise that we can find out the basis of the Rn. Now, the next example is find the basis of vector space C over R. Okay. Now we have to find the basis of vector space C, and the field we have given is R. Okay, this is the field. So solution: for find out the basis of the vector space C over the R, we know that the elements of an C. What are this type? Let X be the element of an vector space C. We know that the elements of the complex number are like this: A plus IB, where A and B are the real numbers. Okay. So A can be written as an A into 1 plus B can be I into B can be written as an B into I. Therefore, look at here, any element of the vector space C can be expressed in this form: A into 1 plus B into I, where AB belongs to I. Therefore, as every vector can be expressed in the linear combination of these two vectors 1 and I, therefore 1 and I spans I. Okay. So every vector of the vector space V can be expressed in the linear combination of these two elements 1 and I. Therefore 1 and I spans I. Now therefore we have to show that this set should be an linearly independent. For this, consider the two elements x into 1 plus y into 1, where x and y are the scalars, and consider this linear combination as equal to 0. Then multiplying inside the bracket, therefore we get x plus iy is equal to 0 for xy belongs to I. Therefore by equality of a complex number, by using this fact we must have x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Therefore as these two scalars are 0 implies the given set should be a linearly independent set over I. Therefore the both conditions of a basis should be satisfied by this set 1 and I. First condition, the set should be linearly independent and the scalars are 0, and the second, this set must span I. Okay, this is implies 1 and I can form some basis for C over I. Therefore both conditions satisfied by this set, therefore this can form some basis for this C over I. And what is the dimension for this? Therefore dimension of C over R is equal to 2. Why it is 2? As the base is consisting of two vectors 1 and R. Therefore dimension of C over R is equal to 2. Now in general Cn over R is equal to, we have to find the basis and dimension of Cn over R. Here we find the dimension of C over R and basis of C over R, which is nothing but the 2. In general, we have to find the dimension of Cn over R. How the elements are looks like of Cn over R is, it is an n tuple A1, A2, An, where the Ai belongs to R. Ai belongs to field R. Therefore, if we consider the elements of Cn, the elements of Cn are looks like that. An plus I into Bn, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to something. Suppose this is an consider this as an m, am plus ibm, where m is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n. Okay, so every element of an Cn is likewise that. Okay, so every element of this form can be written in the linear combination of this basis vector 1, 0, 0, 0, as I is present here. Therefore we have to look at the element like that, I 0, 0, 0 as the basis vector considered in the Rn. We can find this basis vector. This is the first vector E1. Therefore here consider 1 at the first position. Therefore the element should be 1, 0, 0. Then the second should be I 0, 0. Then 0, 1, 0, 0. In E2 we consider 1 at the second position. Therefore 0, 1, 0, 0. Then 0, I 0, 0. Then up to 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, I. Therefore how many elements are present here? We know that this 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 up to 0, 0, 0, 1. These are total n elements. Okay, and this I 0, 0, 0. 0, I 0, 0 and the last 0, 0, 0, I. These are again n elements. Okay, so n plus n, which are nothing but the total 2n elements. Therefore dimension of n Cn over R, which is equal to 2n. Therefore this is about the dimension of n Cn over R. Now if we consider, if we have to find the dimension of the m cross n matrices over R. So what is the dimension of this? We know that the m cross n matrices, how many entries are present here? Number of the entries in the m cross n matrices over R. We know that the matrix of this form are nothing but the A1, A2 up to so on. How many rows? The rows must be n and the columns must be n up to so on An. Then suppose this is A11, A12 up to so on A1n. Then A21, A22 up to so on A2n up to so on. Last element should be AM1, AM2 up to so on AN. Therefore, how many entries are present in the matrix? Total mn entries. Okay, so in the basis vector also mn elements are present. Therefore, the dimension of the m cross n matrix over R should be is equal to m into n. Therefore, if basis consisting of an mn vector, the dimension of the m cross n over r must be is equal to n, and the dimension of field f over f. If we consider the dimension of the field f over f, its dimension should be 1. Its dimension should be 1. Why it's 1? Because f over f is the set consisting of the elements a into 1, where a belongs to field f. Okay, therefore it generated by the single element 1. Okay, if any element is multiplied to 1, it should be element itself. Okay, therefore a1 is the only generating set, or its generating set is consisting of an only singleton 1, or the basis of f over f is equal to only singleton 1. Therefore it is consisting of an only singleton element. Therefore dimension of an f over f is equal to 1. Therefore these are the some examples which are based on the basis of the vector space.